better than ever, right?
Yeah. Once again, I am N-Kix.
And I am Dirk.
We are playing Pokemon Soul Silver.
I'm better than ever. Grind time.
Yeah. What the hell is... Oh, shit, again, I am N-Kix.
And I am Dirk.
We are playing Pokemon Soul Silver.
Switch still open.
Oh, man.
Were you hearing...
I was
hearing a bunch of echoes?
Not exactly echoes, but a couple minutes late. No, it's a couple minutes, a couple seconds late.
Yeah, I got you.
There.
We still need to update that image.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, the image, but yeah, I gotta switch the scenes and stuff. Alright, so we are back in the grind time. Now, Dirk expects we might be able to finish this today, which he may be right. We're pretty close.
Our main thing is we're gonna want to make sure, Arson. I mean, Anna is the main grind. Anna needs to get to 50 to be a Tyranitar.
Is it 50 or 55?
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's 55.
Arson doesn't need to be fighting in here unless it's Golbats. Agent Orange can take anything in here.
Let's see, he's got the charcoal on.
I think Anna still has the
XP share.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anna is actually, I think Tyranitar is level 55, not 50.
Insert Rick and Morty puzzled face. Pretty sure it's 50. I will check. Okay, you're right. Oh god, that's even worse. Why? I mean, would you please do some off-screen grinding just for Anna? Like, we could get her close to 50 and then switch over to giving someone else the experience share. And then let Anna, you just grind Anna off-screen like tomorrow.
I'd rather not do anything off screen, but I might just play tomorrow for a bit if I can handle it.
Oh look, it's an Ursa ring. Mama Bear, get waterfalls!
See, Typhlosion could also fight the Ursa ring.
Okay, Typhlosion could fight... Wow, whoa, it survived. That was unexpected. Typhlosion can fight Ursa Ring and Golbat.
Yeah.
Machoke show up in here?
I don't think so.
So I think it's just Gravelers. What about Onix?
No reason to fight Onix.
Well, I can't remember if Onix show up here.
Yeah.
But I know Gravelers, Rhyhorns, and if Onixes show up in here, we definitely don't want it fighting Onix.
No reason to fight Onix.
Yeah. It gives, like, 1 defense EV plus garbage experience.
I'm almost certain Typhlosion can't get any more EVs. I could be wrong.
Who knows? Best part is we're probably not even going to have to really waste any healing items on Agent Orange here.
Nope.
That Shell Bell. Ooh, if we're slower than a Graveler, nothing's gonna happen. Why? Because Agent Orange can just eat anything. Just goes to explode in its mouth. Burp. I'm gonna finally eat the food that's been sitting in here for like 2 hours now.
Okay.
So I have not familiarized myself with the new updated type charting.
Yeah, but the thing about Sun and Moon is it like helps you with that.
Yeah, it tells you like what stuff's super effective and what stuff's not effective. My thing is that I know what the typing is of some stuff that I've already fought, and I've just like been hit by moves that suddenly it's not effective. I'm like, wait, shouldn't have that been just normal damage?
And the type chart didn't change that much.
Well, I think they changed electric types now resist flying moves.
I think they always did. Because this is the old chart, of course. Yeah. Flying does already does that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's just for the fact that, like, I never got hit as an electric type, using an electric type getting hit by a flying type move.
Well, electric types tend to be faster. And if you're sending it against a flying type, you would just win.
It's usually how it happens. Come on, aneurysm. Get those levels. Did we ever recheck the Twitch Reddit?
Yes, I just checked it. I haven't gotten anything back. The only person that anyone said it was put headphones in.
That's not going to solve the problem.
Exactly. And I explained that, no one said anything else.
I mean, that's... Not to sound like a jerk, I mean, grateful for someone trying to give assistance, but, plugging your headphones in literally changes the audio output from your speakers to your headphones. That changes nothing. There's a ding for Agent Orange already.
Yep.
think level 46 would be a good place for him.
Oh, yeah.
45 minimum. And if we go in at 45 across the board, or like close to around that, we're still running a high risk of like getting rolled.
Hmm.
Are you eating something too?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm eating cranberries.
Oh, okay, so I'm hearing the plastic bag.
Yep.
That, yeah. Yeah, so it's probably going to be quiet for a little while because food.
Yeah. I'm just kind of snacking. I probably should stop so I can get like real food. Make some oatmeal to put the cranberries in.
Get chumped, you piece of crap.
Oh, look, Tiffany. I just realized we didn't change the time again.
More grinding doesn't matter.
Well, it does for like the trainer fights or whatever.
Why? Because like certain days of the week.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Why would they not want to, fight on Friday?
Because not all of them are on Friday.
I like the old setup where you just push the button.
What button?
What was it? I think it was Gen 1. It had like the battle finder.
Oh yeah.
You could just push the button, and whatever enemies were in the area, or whatever trainers were in the area, they would activate or not, and you could fight them.
I don't think that's Gen 1. I don't think Gen 1 had the ability to refight people.
Well, Gen 1 remake, so it'd be Gen 3 redo. Fire red, leaf green.
You know, Anna isn't that much worse than some of our other Pokemon.
If we're gonna use her in a fight, she needs... What's she got right now?
What do you mean?
Moves. Show me your moves. Literally.
Sandstorm,
Maybe
Rock Slide.
Rock Slide.
I think at 50 she'll get Stone Edge.
I can check in just a moment. I have like one more. Excuse me, cheese bread stick. The grind is on. Again. So what have you been doing as of late?
Nothing.
Me too, except playing Pokemon. And working. And sleeping.
Yeah, I've been mainly working.
Me too. Excuse me. Really hoping I do get to go see Thor Ragnarok tomorrow, though. I'm excited. It's giving me very Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
What I dislike is it's been a steady slide in the comedy for every one of their movies.
And see, that's where I'm okay. That's what I'm okay with.
I am not.
What do you mean a steady slide? Iron Man was funny.
Okay, so it's been a steady slide from there being funny moments to being a comedy movie. Iron Man had a lot of serious stuff in it. So did Captain America. So did even the first Avengers movie. Had a lot of seriousness in it.
Yeah, it had, see, that was actually what made the first Avengers movie so good. Was the fact that it was extremely serious, but it had comedy sprinkled in.
And compare that to the second Avengers movie, which is almost a comedy movie.
See, to me, the second one felt about the same.
It really didn't to me. There was just too much.
I think there just seemed like there was a lot more time that things felt more at ease between everybody, which made what would have been slightly, tensive moments in the first movie, like not tense moments in the second one, because it's like, well, we're all friends here. We've known each other for a while. We've been hanging out, fighting bad guys.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that's why. Like, during times where they should have been being serious, they were too comedy-focused.
Like where?
Like, in the middle of the very start of the movie, when we don't even need any comedic levity at that point. The language thing.
I found that hilarious. I loved that because it's just.
I'm not saying it's not funny.
Would do. I thought that was good. I think they pushed it a little too far.
They set the tone for the movie as a comedy, is what I'm saying, because it was at the very beginning. That scene could have been later in the movie and been fine. By the very front-loaded comedy like that makes it not an action movie or not a drama. Makes it a comedy.
I'm trying to remember, actually, in the first Avengers movie, when the first real joke was.
Not in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I
not.
You could kind of consider some of what Nick Fury said to Loki kind of fun.
Yeah. Some of the conversation between Fury and Loki. Yeah,
but it was just him being like him. It wasn't a joke.
It's just something that comes across as being funny.
Exactly.
Like if they would have left it like at the beginning, if he would have said language, and then left that as a joke, and then like later on picked it up again.
And then did the and everybody watch your language.
And have someone else say something. It's like, and will you, for God's sake, watch your darn language? Oh, that's not going away anytime soon. Like, you got that first initial fight, then whenever they were, like, in the middle of fighting the twins, or, the brother-sister, whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever they were fighting those two in the ship, if, like, they had that little a little snippet there of that.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it right off the bat, when Tony's flying up. It's like, and would you all watch your gosh darn language? No.
Yeah.
That part, I always felt that part was a little too forced feeling, but the rest of it felt fine to me.
See, that's the whole thing. Like, when you look at how all the characters act, and then take a look at the jokes that they make during the film, they just feel more like jokes, not like what that character would say.
Well, see,
like Captain America has heard cussing near him before, so for him to naively say that in the second Avengers movie is kind of silly. He's a soldier.
I think that was literally just meant as a joke.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're not character moments. They're jokes.
It's kind of a character moment, but at the same time, it's just like one of those moments, just like language. Like, maybe we've not heard everything that was going on previous that day, and Tony had been very, very, very verbally abusive to the ears. And maybe he was just like, you know what? Freaking Tony, watch your language, man.
Not with everybody else's reaction.
But I think it was literally just meant as a joke for, hey, it's Captain America, he's a Boy Scout, ha ha ha. Yeah, okay. But I was okay with that. I didn't feel that bad about it. It was just like it's like they kept trying to push it more. That was the problem I had. The initial joke I would have been fine with.
Just there's so many moments that had just way too many jokes. Like the whole Hawkeye speech. That, like, most of what Hawkeye said during the movie was comedy.
A little bit.
And his whole dialogue during the fight directly against Ultron and the army at the village, almost every single moment of that was comedy. Quicksilver's death was comedy, and while on its own, to lighten the mood for him dying, the only person so far that has died on the hero side. In a movie with that much comedy, it was just too much. They could have even highlighted how serious the moment was by not having him joke about it. But they failed to do that.
What was the joke on that? I'm not recalling a joke there.
His last words were a joke.
Oh, right. Right. The one thing I don't understand is, like, you're a person with super speed. You're pushing someone out of the way of a path of bullets.
how couldn't he have gotten out of the way as well?
Yeah.
Of the people that could have died,
other than picking them up, like, I mean, like, what he did was, like, what he would have had to have done was, like, pick them up and push them. But they, like, stopped immediately. If you move someone that fast, it would be like as if you just
tackled
launched them. Yeah. And they just would have went flying, not, like, moved, like, 5 feet. That's not how physics works. He would have had to, like, pick them up, push them forward, set them down, held them still for, like, a microsecond to get physics to react properly, so that way they would be still when he let go, and then he'd have to go back 5 feet, and then get shot. Why did I do this?
Now, yeah, I think I had a similar thought when I came to that as well, and I wonder, I just had a theory about this, but I wonder if super speed was too good a power to allow the Avengers to have it. You know what I mean?
No, not really.
Like, why else would they kill him? He just came into the story. He just became a hero. The fact that he died means less to us than anyone else there.
It's true.
And of the people to die, Hawkeye dying would have mattered more. And could have.
But that probably would have ticked everybody off, is the problem. Because, I mean, like, I don't like Hawkeye in virtually anything. But this iteration of Hawkeye in the Avenger movies, in the Marvel movie series, is, like, the best. Did it just survive an ice fang?
Yeah, it did. This one must have, like, extra defense or something.
Kind of impressive.
Yeah, really.
But, this is, like, the only version of Hawkeye I've ever liked. Because, like, it seems like in any comic or any cartoon I've ever watched that's had Hawkeye, Hawkeye's always just been an a-hole. First and foremost, he's just been an a-hole.
Well, he's a rich jerk. That's what he's supposed to be. He's the Marvel version of Batman.
He's like the Marvel version of Batman and Green Arrow put together.
Yeah.
And that's the worst combination.
Well, I mean, in DC, Batman and Green Arrow are basically the same guy.
I mean, is he rich? I've never known him to actually be rich.
Actually, you know what? I think I'm actually mixing him up with Green Arrow.
Green Arrow's not rich either. Wait.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know he was rich.
Yeah.
How else can he afford to lose all those arrows? Like, he shoots an arrow, hits a dude in the head, just like walks up, plucks it out of his skull. I can reuse this.
I know he's rich in Arrow. I'm not...
Okay.
In the show, he's rich. I don't know for certain if he's rich in the comics, but I'm almost certain he is. How else would someone with no powers would be able to get away with having all those gadgets?
I know what you mean, but at the same time, it's a show. Like, you think about it, like, there was some stuff back in, like, the old comic books, you know, that it's just like that doesn't explain anything. It's like, how would someone be able to do this? Well, they did this and they did that, and they flew into a sun and they came back. No. What was that third thing? They did this? No, that was not what you said. Flew into the sun? Yeah, that one. That's not possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
You heard of a thing called plasma there, Kix?
Yeah. And if you're impervious, you should be able to fly into the sun.
Yeah, I don't see how like that would even be possible for anyone to do.
Plasma is just a liquid air.
Plasma is ultra heated gaseous state that acts more as a fluid.
Yes, it's a liquid air, just like gel is a solid liquid.
It's basically like what, like a superfluid. I think is a good way to put it, but it's not. No, superfluid is no, that's wrong. It acts more as a fluid, but it's
Finally.
Dragon Dance. Goodbye, Rain Dance, because we don't need that trash no more. Never even used it.
I've been using it this whole time.
What, Rain Dance?
Yeah. You haven't noticed?
Nope. Why have you been using it?
To power up Waterfall to kill him in one hit.
Well, then you're not killing in one hit, you're killing in 2 goes.
Killing in one attack. There's a reason, so that he gets all of the health all in one go.
Oh.
I'd do it here, but Golbat's gonna die in one hit.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been using it on Ursaring.
Oh, okay. I do understand like what you're saying with where it feels like they've just been slipping more into comedy movies.
Yeah.
I understand that. I see where you're coming from on that, and I can kind of agree with it. But my thing is that I don't care.
I mean, if it were only some of them, that'd be fine. But it's every single character. Like, if you compare it once again back to the first Avengers movie, some of the characters were serious, some of them were joking all the time. And then we go back to the second Avengers movie. Every single one of them has a joke somewhere in the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean,
most of them have
Avengers
multiple.
Movie, they all had jokes.
They had some. Or one, even. I can't think of a whole lot of times where Hulk was hilarious.
Puny God, smash, smash, smash. You know, when he grabs Loki by the leg, smack, smack, smack. That itself was hilarious.
That was the only one.
Followed by Puny God. The bit where he punched Thor.
I'm talking about Bruce Banner. Not specifically just the Hulk.
Bruce Banner. I don't see how that's a party. Oh wait, no, that was Romanoff, wasn't it?
What's a party? I don't even know the senior reference.
It's the bit where Iron Man's bringing the giant space fish flying thing.
Yeah.
Swing up whatever. It's like, I'm bringing the party to you. Yeah, that was Romanoff. Because she looks up, sees the giant thing flying in.
At that point, he was the Hulk. So he couldn't have even responded to it anyway.
I think that was before. I think Hulk, I don't think Banner had showed up yet.
He may not. Well, I think he showed up right then, actually. Shit. Ought to use Ice Fang.
Wrong one.
I was gonna use Dragon Dance. Well, that worked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say hit it with anything else, it'll die.
No, I was just gonna say it flinched, so...
Oh, yeah, that works. Let's see. Trying to think of... yeah, it's taking a little bit here. Trying to think of a moment with Banner being funny.
I can't think of a single time he made a joke. You might have...
Should have got the money up front. Is she... Which, I don't know if this is really could be counted as a joke, but I felt it as being funny. It's like, did they all start out that young?
Yeah.
She's a little young to be a spy, don't you think? Did they all start out that young? I did.
Yeah, I mean, he made some humorous threats and insults, but they weren't jokes.
Yeah.
They were threats and insults.
But at the same time, I feel like in the second Avengers movie, because they had known each other for a while, they're all buddy, and a lot of times when people are more relaxed, they make jokes with each other all the time.
Not in serious situations. And here's my thing. I think it's more that they came into, this is what the test audiences wanted. They don't want superhero movies with them being badass. They want superhero movies with them. They want comedies.
Which I'm cool with. But I do still want serious stuff. I think that was actually like I was talking with my brother-in-law Matt about Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 was a lot darker and more serious than either of the first two.
And the first one had him kidnapped by terrorists.
Exactly, and and kind of blown up, and shrapnel shoved in his chest, and and then a giant hole drilled through his sternum, and a electromagnet dropped in.
I don't know. I think all of the Iron Man movies were pretty harsh. Like 2 had him depressed and dying for most of the movie.
Two had him it had that, but it was hilarious. That was the thing for me is I never felt the tone of this is dark, Tony's dying, and everything's wrong in the world. I never got that feeling in 2. It just, to me, it felt like it was kind of a sad spiral, but it was full of so much, so many jokes and so many quips. I was just like, I don't feel a feeling of this is it. He's dead. And plus, it's like the Avengers movie hasn't even happened yet. We know Tony's not going to die.
Like, we already know that most of these characters aren't going to die. Like, because they've brought back too many people, there's no stress. God damn it, survived again.
Yeah. That one bit of HP, just wait for the next ding and nothing will be able to survive. Wow, that hurts. My god, when did I whack my leg?
See,
that hurts. Anyhow, go ahead.
Like, I was just going to say that in 2, that they had a lot of serious depression. If you didn't feel it, it's just because maybe you haven't been there before.
Oh no!
And it definitely looks like a good crash and burn right there.
I mean, I got that, but the thing is that I never felt that it was terminal, is what I'm trying to say. It never, the only instance where I ever felt like, man, this is really bad, is the bit when he's sitting in the car and Rhodey comes in. And he almost collapses on Rhodey, and he pulls the core out, and it's just like, oh god, you've had this in your body? And he's doing real bad at that point. I'm like, at that point, I felt it a little bit, but that was it. Because that movie it was nothing but constant jokes and quips and all that jazz.
Because he was trying to cover up dying.
Yeah. I mean, there was plenty of serious stuff in it, but there was quite a lot of, comedy. And it was a lot more comedy than the first Iron Man. I mean, a lot more comedy than the first Iron Man. Which I can easily understand. It was directed by the guy who plays Happy Hogan in those movies. And he's a funny dude, so.
See, that's where it just shows that that's what the type of movie they're wanting to make. Comedy. And the other thing that I would point out is that I always thought that 3, not being the darkest, but being the most non-sequitur of the movies, it's the least personal attack on him. Like, the biggest villain in that movie is his PTSD, not the guy.
Agreed, yes. See, and that was actually the reason why I wasn't so all for Iron Man 3 at first, because I just felt like there wasn't a real bad guy. The main issue was just it felt bad, because the whole entire time he's having panic attacks and all this stuff. I'm like...
And then they made Mandarin a joke.
Yeah. What was his name? Trevor what?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
That was so good.
He's a stupid actor.
It was so good.
I enjoyed that. I thought it was funny. I was so mad when it happened, but at the same time, I thought it was hilarious.
I was just annoyed. Honestly, it was just annoying.
Because like I did like a facepalm moment. I did like a facepalm moment, but then it's just like, bloody hell, bloody hell. The name's Trevor or whatever. It's like it's like you take whatever you want, but the guns aren't real. It's because the wankers wouldn't trust me with the real one. So I was just like, oh. And then it kept going, and I'm like, okay, this is just funny.
I mean, what I'm saying is, like, as a story, it's boring. It's just annoying that they took a character that was one of Iron Man's main bad guys.
Oh yeah, I understand. Well, remember Iron Man 1, the 10 rings? Yeah, those really turned out to be something, didn't they?
Like there was a rings thing at the end of Iron Man 1? Or in Iron Man 1? Where?
Okay. You remember the group that kidnapped Tony Stark?
Yeah.
The group was called the 10 Rings.
Oh, and then they just completely forgot about that. Like we did too, because I definitely forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was believed, like it even shows, like, you know, the main guy that, you know, the bald guy that they killed off.
They thought that might be the Mandarin.
You know, whenever he's sitting at the monitors watching Tony and Jensen work, he's fiddling with a ring on his finger, and it looks like one of the Mandarin rings. And the group is called the 10 Rings. So everyone was thinking that at some point he would come back, or that group would come back, and he would be the Mandarin, or something of that regard would come into effect. And it's dead. But it never happened. You know, it was just like, oh, hey, we're just gonna have Jeff Bridges walk in here, paralyze them, and kill them all. Okay.
See, what would have been a better story is if it was the real Mandarin in charge of a terrorist group, because I mean, think about all the terrorists he killed at the in Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
That would then try to come after Tony Stark. But what we're just to believe is that Tony Stark is just untouchable for those guys.
I still love the bit where he reads off the freaking his address, and the next thing you see, ding dong. What the heck was that? It was the doorbell, sir. Are we still at Ding Dong? I threatened the leader of a terrorist organization earlier today. Come on! I freaking loved that.
Let's see. I don't know. It's just 3 was too much of a joke.
See, I didn't feel 3 being too much of a joke. 3 felt more like 1 for me.
See, with 3, on top of that, how it should have ended pointed something out. Pepper now has more power than Iron Man does. She's still that thing. Or if they cured it, they didn't have to. She could have just been a superhuman.
Well, but you're running the risk of her possibly blowing herself up. So
it's just silly.
Yeah. Winter Soldier was serious.
Yeah.
It had a couple of moments. You know, it was a lot like
it was a lot like the first one, where it just had a couple of moments that felt decent.
Comedic.
Yeah.
And short.
Yeah. Dog wanting out?
Probably.
Well, it's almost 10 o'clock, so...
Wrong one.
Yeah, probably not gonna die.
And that's about as powerful as an uncharged waterfall. Hey, it flinched him anyway.
Yeah, woohoo!
Alright, so Stone Edge should probably replace Payback, because we've already got a physical dark move.
Yeah.
And we need to keep Sandstorm until we get Tyranitar. Once he's Tyranitar coming into the battlefield, we'll activate the Sandstorm.
Which is nice. Oh my god.
Come on.
It's gonna get... No, okay, what level is it?
46 or something? Yeah.
She's going to get Earthquake.
At what level?
47, and Stone Edge at 54.
Okay.
So she's more or less...
Done.
Actually, you know what? I mean, Payback's not all that great. We've got Crunch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Crunch, Earthquake, and Stone Edge are our three main ones that we need. Because that gives us pretty good type coverage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we wanted, we could get rid of Payback for Earthquake, so we maintain Rock Slide and Sandstorm.
Yeah.
And then once she hits level 54 and gets Stone Edge, we just get rid of Rock Slide.
Okay.
We'll maintain Sandstorm until... I mean, we can replace Sandstorm with anything we want once she hits, you know, the point that she evolves.
Probably, maybe Rock Slide again. Because that would be at the point where we need to maybe have a higher accuracy rock move just in case.
Can we teach her Ancient Power?
Even if we could, why would we?
60, 100. It's slightly weaker than Rock Slide, but is 100 accuracy, and also has the chance to increase. I think it like increases everything.
It's also special. And once we turn into Tyranitar, this small difference becomes even bigger. Let's see.
Oh yeah, special attack is the worst thing, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Earthquake's probably going to get used more often than not.
Yeah.
And for stab coverage, unless they need a rock move, Crunch is probably the better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the only bad thing is that Earthquake's not stab.
Well, is it at worst? Crunch is.
Yeah.
God damn it, we missed. I also just picked the wrong one.
Oh great, it's a biting contest.
Come on.
God.
Oh my god,
damn
come on,
it.
Agent Orange. Stop Johnny cashing this.
God.
I swear to God, you don't have to hurt yourself today. You know that you still feel. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
No, just hit it with the moo-moo. No.
What?
Just hit it with the moo-moo.
It's only 100.
And we're at we'll be at 124. We'll be like 20 points off. Whoop-de-doo. We're 17 points away from being at max. Snap out of it. Thank you. Bite its freaking head off. Go Ozzy Osbourne.
This is easily the riskiest thing we've done.
What?
With Agent Orange. Letting him get that low without healing him.
Yeah, I know. There's the earthquake. Yeah, get rid of payback.
Goodbye, payback. Hello, earthquake.
Let's see, do we fight anything that has electric moves?
That has electric moves? I don't know.
Electric.
If we do, keeping her Anna would be maybe a smart idea.
Yeah, keep her as a Pupitar. No? Alright, here's everything we're going to face. Zatu, Jinx, Slowbro,
I don't need to get a list of every single one of the fuckers we're gonna fight.
Zatu, Ariados, Forestries, Muck, Venomoth, Crobat.
See, we don't have any psychic types, right? Oh wait, never mind. We do. Never mind.
I'm getting ready to say, Hitmontop, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Onyx.
Why?
Because Bruno just wants to be that guy.
That terrible squad of Pokemon.
Yeah. Alright. So I heard you like bird Pokemon. Hit you with all the flying moves. You know, right now I have my Litten. I have it knowing acrobatics just for the heck of it. Which actually he's not a Litten. Right now he's a Torracat. Probably not too far off from actually becoming an Incineroar. Umbreon, Vileplume, Markrow, Gengar, Houndoom, Gyarados, Dragonite, Aerodactyl, Charizard, Dragonite.
You know what's even better? Earthquake is stab right now.
Yeah, that's actually good. Oh, did you just mulch the Onix?
Yeah, I mulched the Onyx.
Nice. My whole shook up. Oh, hey. Yeah. Oh, shook up. And she's faster, so that's decent. Gonna make this go a lot quicker. If we wanted to, we could have her up front and be grinding up Arson at the same time. Or if you just want to focus on getting her to 55 as quick as possible.
I mean, no real reason not to take this and give it to somebody else right now.
And we can give her the soft sand.
Let's see. Or the Iron Ball.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Wait, no, give her the Never Melt Ice. Pointless.
No, I want you to hold that.
Yeah, give her the soft sand. How long are we gonna go till?
Oh, up to you.
I might be able to go for like another 30 minutes. I'm pretty sleepy.
Fair enough.
I've been on morning shift. This makes 3 weeks straight now.
Yeah.
So, me and staying up late. It ain't happening. I've been going to bed at 11 o'clock for like the past week. I will say that I have noticed that actually, because I go to bed at 11 and I'm waking up at 7 o'clock, I have a little bit more time to get ready in the morning should I need to use the bathroom or just watch something to just like slowly wake up. And I seem to be more alert at work at in the meantime, so it's not bad. But it's just more aggravating. I can't do stuff in the evening if I want to, like late at night. I mean.
I think it's a little weird that these Ursaring are falling to Earthquake, or are taking more damage from Earthquake than they were from Agent Orange.
Oh, well, we're higher level. And
Not
it's a
that much
stronger
more.
move.
That might be the difference.
Yeah, we're currently 2 levels higher than what Agent Orange was. Earthquake is stronger. It's still stab.
And it has less attack stat though.
98. 131. Jesus Christ. I mean, what's Earthquake? 100?
Yeah.
I mean, that can make up some of the difference, but
We also gave it the soft sand.
yeah, actually, that could be making up the big difference now. If we took soft sand off, it still would be like destroying him. It wouldn't get him down to 1 blippet of health. It would be more. It would still be in the orange probably, but it would still be more than a waterfall. It's weird.
I guess it would come down to how it's calculating damage with the stat versus power.
Why does the Slowbro knows Water Pulse? Why?
It's not a bad move.
Slowbro is a physical attacker, which means you would want to give it Aqua Tail instead of Water Pulse. I know Water Pulse has a chance to cause confusion, and then Curse just ups your defense. Just ups your defense and your offense, your attack. It doesn't do anything special. If you're fighting something that's psychic, water, or water psychic, whatever, you're going to be hitting it with either an electric type attack, which is almost all going to be special attack, or you're going to be hitting them with a bug, which, depending on what kind of bug move you're using, I mean, Silverwind, I think, is special.
It's like the only one.
I'm sure there's others, but that's the first one that comes to mind.
Almost every one of them are physical. Some of the ones that I can think of that are special, I think aren't in this gen.
Probably. I got a Grimer right now. It knows Poison Fang, Poison Gas, Infestation, and Thief.
What the? Oh god.
Oh.
Why did I use Sandstorm?
Cause you's an imbecile? That could have been dangerous.
Danger, danger. High voltage. We were cursed.
I think we should go heal up. Just just
Where do you think
take
I'm going?
advantage of that free Opoka care.
That's where I was going.
Good. Good thing.
Because she doesn't have the fucking shell belt. Maybe we should give her the shell belt.
Oh, we could. Although, honestly, with whatever she gets hit by, it's either not going to do much to her, so it will help, or it's going to do a lot. And she could potentially die. At which point we would just need to go heal up, so...
Yeah.
Why not?
Rock Ground versus Rock Ground is... pretty bad type matchup.
It comes down to who goes first, and Anna's going to go first just for the fact that she's faster than a Graveler, so... Which doesn't make sense. She's... Ah, crap. What's the word for when, you know, like a caterpillar is going through its metamorphosis whenever it's in that cocoon?
A pupa?
Yeah, that's that, but it's chrysalis. That's what I was looking for. She's a chrysalis. So she's not supposed to really be able to move. I mean, she can do like Mexican jumping beam where she kind of like, you know, flicks around.
She's a pupa. Hence,
Same difference.
pupatar.
It's the same difference.
Good job, Arson.
Doing real good. Earning that flamethrower and such. Get rid of Sunny Day.
Why would I do that? No, don't give up
on flamethrower.
I know. There's no reason to keep Lava Plume.
I thought...
Because Flamethrower is just the better version of Lava Plume.
Wait, what does Lava Plume do?
The same thing.
Okay, yep, get rid of Lava Plume. Yep. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll barbecue you tonight. Barbecue you tonight. Barbecue you tonight. Put you on a skewer. I need to go to sleep. Like, I'm starting to feel right now about how I usually used to feel around 11. This is aggravating.
Critical.
Yep. Didn't even need it, probably. Chuck rocks at it and it dies. What a terrible guest. Really hate that she doesn't learn Stone Edge until level 50 freaking 4. So do we want to just go ahead and try to get her to, what, maybe 50?
I'm not sure.
I think 50 would be a good thing for her because she's only in a middle state. So having her be our highest one would actually be more beneficial just to try to keep her around.
it would make her be about as strong as she possibly could be.
Oh man.
For the fight in trying to do this relatively quick. Yeah, see, okay. See, that's, like I said, that's what the difference is. Wrench.
About the same power as the waterfall, honestly.
Yeah.
It just has no boost mechanism. I think you can breed a Larvitar into having Dragon Dance or something.
Well, I ain't doing anything right now. That would be under egg moves, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Dance. Can learn ancient egg moves, so moves that it can learn, you know, from being bred and getting an egg.
Yeah.
Ancient power, assurance, curse. That's nice. That's actually really nice. Dragon Dance, focus energy, iron defense, iron head. Okay. Outrage. That's actually kind of cool. Pursuit and Stomp. God, I hate Pursuit so much.
It's pretty good.
I know, and that's why I hate it. Bark. Bark. Bark.
I don't need two of you. Anyway, so from the shows that I've been watching recently, I mentioned before that I watched Stranger Things for the new season. It's really good. I watched it again even. I have a whole lot to say about it. It's just weird. I think the only thing that I have to comment about the show in general is just that it seems to kind of want to focus on the kids and then not have them do anything. It's so weird. I guess it's almost sort of extra realistic that way, since the kids would want to be involved, but they wouldn't really be able to do much. I've also been watching this new series that I found called The Mist, which is based on Stephen King's The Mist, which already had a movie made before.
Yep.
Which it's really getting into the territory of just overutilizing the source material. Because I read The Mist, it was not very long. It's basically a short story in comparison to his other books. Let me see. It's alright so far. It seems to be wanting to do more with the military presence than the movie did. Though not really explaining so far exactly what they have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
Really, I've been just trying to find some kind of show that I can tolerate while I'm trying to play stuff on my computer. I also, on a whim, started watching this show called Freakish, which is a Hulu original show. Which, from that, if you know anything about Hulu originals, most of them aren't very good. But I end up watching way too much of it to make that determination. There was a superhero show that they made a couple years ago. I don't know if they've made more seasons, but of the couple of seasons I watched, it was kind of annoying. It was somewhere in between like a kid's cartoon version of an animated show and drawn together level. So it tried to have some offensiveness in it, but almost came off as like still the baby version of it. It's like the kids' version of Drawn Together, which I would not recommend anyone making. Because they kind of already made it, and it's not very good. Can't read the. I think it was called The Awesomes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I remember seeing ads for that.
Yeah, I watched the 3 seasons that were on there, or at least I think I finished the. I'm pretty sure I finished the show, and even though I watched all of it that was on there at the time, I don't think I would go back to check now. It was not that good. Had the same kind of feeling like how like every episode of Teen Titans has like a moral story to it that you're supposed to get out of it, and even sometimes repeats that moral story for the same character or a different character with the exact same kind of idea. It had that same kind of feel to it, and tried to be offensive but didn't do a very good job of being offensive and funny at the same time. So, with that in mind, I watched Freakish, which almost feels like a CW show, you know what I mean? Where there's like a chemical disaster where no one can go outside, and it turned anybody that breathed it in into a zombie. It's not a whole lot of characters. The conflicts usually just involve someone dying to a zombie, or to a zombie-related incident. You know, it's almost like the opposite of concern for the characters, because it's like, on the one end of the spectrum, you know they're not going to die, so you really don't care. On the other end of the spectrum, you're pretty sure everybody's going to die, so you really don't care. It's like, you're not really tense about a situation when you're sure someone's gonna die every episode, pretty much.
Or if you know that no one's going to die.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, specifically for Freakish, like, someone dies like every episode almost.
Well, see, that's like exactly what I was talking about with Iron Man 2. I knew that he wasn't going to die, so I was just like, there's no reason for me to be...
Oh yeah, that's what I was alluding to. Like, in the Marvel universe in general, the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general right now, there's no concern for any characters. Not a single one of them. Like, you don't give a shit that at the very beginning of the Captain America movie 2 that Nick Fury died, because they're not getting rid of him. Like, it doesn't even matter that he's not maybe even integral to the story. They're not getting rid of Sam Jackson from this series. They're just not going to.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a pleasure to work with, so there's no reason for you to kill off his character. That'd be silly. Hell, they didn't even kill Coulson. Coulson, the character that they made up for the story so that they could have somebody connected to everybody and still kill him, there was so much outcry that they were just like, you know what? Let's bring him back for the show. Let's just bring him back.
And I was cool with that.
Yeah, but there's no concern for anyone. Not a single one of them. I don't think anyone's going to die. If they're going to kill somebody, it's going to be just like Quicksilver, where they brought him into the story to be killed. So be concerned about the new characters that show up, because those guys can die all they want. But as we all know, they're all under contract, so not a single one of them is dying. Have we seen the Captain America movie 3? Alright, so Captain America's definitely not dying this one.
Well, Captain America movie number 3 was like... not even Captain... I hated that they made that Captain America Civil War. It's like, this wasn't Captain America. I understand that it, loosely revolved more around Captain America, but it was...
It's to keep everybody within the contracts. Because they can't make another Avengers Civil War. There's too many Avengers movies. They're contracted for a certain number of Avengers and a certain number of individual movies. And if the actor's tired of doing them after that, then they're just like, oh shit, we gotta recast Tony Stark all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. So they're keeping them within contract. I shouldn't have done that.
Waste of an earthquake.
Yep. So, with Freakish, it was the same way I was mentioning before. I watched way too much of it before I decided to trash. And I watched like a season and a half of Freakish. It's okay. Like I said, it's like CW level stuff. Waste of time. It's like CW, but everybody dies.
I don't know if that's...
You don't know that what's...
No, sorry, no, I just found something that just made me laugh. I'm going into it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God. But, yeah. So I don't think that would be very fun at all. Part of the whole, like, draw for, like, the CW stuff is, like, for the fact that
it's just high school drama packaged differently. That's all that ever it is. Every single one of those shows, I'm pretty sure, is in high school. I know Smallville eventually stopped being in high school, but for most of it, it was in high school.
Oh, I'm talking about, like, current ones.
I think overall, they've done the same thing always. I mean, it's not like I've seen a lot of their programming. The only one I'm really familiar with is Smallville, because my dad and my sister watched that together like every single day it was on.
I never liked it.
I watched a couple episodes, but I didn't really get into it. I didn't really like Superman back then. I like him even less now. Because I just hate with the stupid DC universe, cinematic universe that they're creating, that they decided to make it the edgy DC universe. Where the best guy, Superman, kills people.
I don't know.
Just I mean, it's crazy that both Superman and Batman are both killing people. Batman, because after he found out that branding criminals caused other criminals to kill them, which doesn't make any sense anyway, he kept branding people and sentencing them to death by criminal. They've so far created a storyline that both isn't very appealing to anybody that likes the mythos of DC, because they're all killing people. It also doesn't make any goddamn sense. They've got a shit ton of plot holes in the movies that they're putting out. Like, I understand the Batman vs. Superman makes more sense if the extended cut, but the fact that the original movie you put out didn't make any goddamn sense matters. You can't expect people to keep going out to the theater if you're gonna do shit like that. Might as well make it direct to DVD. And nobody watches direct to DVD.
Oh, why not?
Why? I've watched a couple direct to DVD kind of things. Like a couple of the
It's usually terrible.
Most of the animated stuff that comes from Marvel or DC goes straight to DVD.
Some of it's not bad.
I mean, I've liked all the Batman stuff that's come out. I still have to go back and watch The Killing Joke, but I've watched a lot of the Batman stuff. I've watched the Deadpool, not Deadpool specifically. There was the Wolverine versus the Hulk and Thor versus the Hulk animated things that I watched with my dad. Those are pretty good. I don't know, it's funny. When you think about the fact that the X-Men are in the same universe as the Avengers, the Marvel Universe really feels crowded. Not just with the X-Men being, the X-Men, but just the fact that, like, every 10th person probably also has powers. Why aren't they helping to save New York?
Maybe they don't think that they're strong enough to do anything.
Or maybe they're like the guys from Sky High, and they can just, like, melt. Or turn into a hamster.
Guinea pig.
Yeah, guinea pig, whatever. It's just...
She shape shifts into a guinea pig.
Well, shift it. It's like, is that it? Just a guinea pig? Yeah.
Well, not even
a
asshole. I mean, I don't know how much that's gonna help.
Not even a swarm of guinea pigs? No.
Bruce Campbell.
Sidekick.
That was back whenever I didn't know who Bruce Campbell was.
Oh, I always knew who Bruce Campbell was.
I learned who Bruce Campbell was by watching Burn Notice on USA.
I saw him in Burn Notice. I had seen The Evil Dead fairly early in my life. One of the first...
I'd seen advertisements for it, but I had never watched any of the Evil Dead stuff. And I never put it together that it was him, because like the originals were so long ago.
Yeah. That was his big break. That was the original Evil Dead was like made in college.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It had some really shitty parts with like claymation.
Yeah.
That even with the claymation shittiness at the end, it was a ridiculously good movie. For who made it. Like, it's like if someone just, like a YouTuber, made like a full-length movie without being hired to make a full-length movie, because we've seen the YouTube movies. And every single one of them that I've seen have been terrible. I'm saying like a YouTuber without any sort of budget just made a movie. You could totally do that. You could totally make Evil Dead today. And just no one does it.
Oh, you remember a few years ago whenever they remade Evil Dead?
I didn't go and see it.
I didn't either. I knew it was a remake of an old movie that was a cult classic, and I was just immediately like, well, I'm not into scary movies anyway. And it's like, although some of the images from this video and from these commercials have like freaked me right the frick out.
So
just been like, I just don't think this is going to be what people want, because this is a movie that was a cult classic, and you're just banging on a door that doesn't need to get knocked on.
So there are a couple things that bothered me about the remake, and considering
it's been around the same thing.
Not really. When you
It's
consider
like a haunted house out in the middle of nowhere.
I guess I'm really not sure. I mean,
I've seen like the end of it, and there's like one like possessed evil woman girl thing that's like killing everybody. And it was something that happened whenever they went to that house or the cabin or whatever that was out in the middle of nowhere. Just like, okay, part of that kind of fits in with what the original was, but this has, in the end, has nothing to do with what the original was.
I mean, Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead, wasn't even a horror movie, really.
It's more of a comedy.
It was an action comedy, kind of like what we've been talking about. There are some horror elements, because everybody that's not Ash is slowly getting picked off.
Yep.
But then we have this action hero, Ash, that just takes it upon himself to end the whole goddamn thing.
By cutting off his arm and using a chainsaw to split a woman's head open.
Yeah, well, cutting off his hand.
Yeah, did I say arm?
Yeah.
I meant to say hand.
It was specifically because he was getting infected.
Yeah, it's because his hand was infected. Yeah, I remember.
And then his hand chokes it. It's just so many great things that happen in that movie. And the thing that they focused on the horror. They changed the protagonist. I'm pretty sure with that change, they also made the protagonist not an action hero.
No. They made her traditional, I'm a woman and I can't do anything. Oh no, woe is me. Damsel in distress. Will I survive? But there's no one here to save me.
But it's like a traditional horror protagonist.
And it was terrible.
Horror protagonists are somewhat competent, but in the end they lose. That's the whole thing about horror movies.
Because they make the dumb mistake of going up into the attic, the locked attic room for no reason.
This is less about remakes and more about continuity of the series. It's a lot like how I feel about Alien Covenant. Because I understand that the Alien movies, at face value, are kind of horror stories.
Yeah.
But they're also action movies with protagonists that win at the end. And
they're like horror survival action movie.
Yeah. It's a terrible, scary-ass situation where the protagonist doesn't, like, flat out win exactly. Like, at the end, I've heard the argument that technically they lost because they didn't actually eliminate the aliens altogether. But you can't. You can't just eliminate all the aliens. But in the continuity of the story, they won the story. They won the battle, if not the war. But at the end of, say, Alien Covenant, they lose. They lost.
They flat out lost.
The whole movie is them losing.
Well, Alien, Prometheus and Alien Covenant are all prequels to the original Alien series.
Technically,
yeah, because okay.
they have expressed since they've changed the story, because the original story for Prometheus was Aliens, the Engineers.
Yeah.
That was the original title, and the original story was going to be more about that. They changed the title, changed how the story progressed, and told everybody, hey, this is not an Aliens prequel.
But it was.
It is. It's because they've tried to make an individual story out of the same source material, and then try to say, hey, it's not a prequel, or... It's
it
like,
has to
yes,
be
it
prequel,
is.
or else there would be some form of, there would be notes of like, oh, these things exist.
They're not saying they're not saying it's a sequel either. They're saying it's a self-contained story. It's what they tried to say with Prometheus.
Like a side shoot.
Not even really like a side story. Like,
I'm not saying side story. I'm saying side shoot. Meaning it's like its own tangent going off of the same thing.
yeah.
It's like this is the same kind of thing that was going on in a different area that is like the same stuff.
Well, yeah, that's a side story. It's what you're describing, and that's not.
Well, I thought you were meaning more like, as far as like a side story. I thought you were meaning more like like something small that is more or less irrelevant, that doesn't factor into anything.
Well, that's basically what I'm saying. And yes, that is in fact what they have tried to say Prometheus is about. Like, it's its own, like, almost like what they're asking for is for us to treat it like a reboot, without saying the word reboot.
Meh. Hey, my DS is done recharging.
Sweet.
Unplug. Oh, look.
I think
murdered a lot of you evolved.
I think going to see Aaron might be a waste of time, actually. Because I think if it's the one I'm thinking of.
The one on the bridge here?
No, it's 46. It's that trainer that's in that little self-contained area that's incredibly underleveled for where they are.
Yeah.
Like we said, I think you can get there if you use Flash and travel through the cave.
Yeah, probably. Because it does connect. It does connect in through the cave.
Which is why she's like level 14, but when we got there, she was incredibly underleveled compared to us.
Well, due to our level increase, they might actually bump it up.
I doubt it.
Because this is a a trainer battle after the initial encounter.
We've already fought her again before.
Huh?
We've already fought her again before. She was like level 28 the second time, I think.
But didn't she have like one level something side up?
No, that was the other guy. That was a different guy altogether.
Okay.
So you think this is why this trainer felt like inordinately underleveled?
Don't. Hey, what do we got? It didn't look yellow. It looked orange.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's nighttime.
This one still looks green.
Yeah, because dark green looks like green still.
Actually, if you get a really dark green, it looks black.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go down here.
Yeah, then we gotta go left. And it's that one. Yep. We're gonna murder you. Again.
Got a gloom now. Hey, that's not too bad. Arson, get in here. Do some murder. Ugh.
Bitch.
Okay.
Bitch, please.
Listen. If we were going to get an effect, this is the best possible version. With that being said, Blast Burr.
Lucky chant.
Oh, luck is going to have nothing to do with... Oh, you prick.
It protect...
Luck is not going to have anything to do with this, I repeat.
It just means that she's not affected by crits.
I know. We're going to murder you thoroughly. And thoroughly we have. There we go.
I'm gonna fuck you softly. I'm gonna screw you gently.
I'm gonna
hump you
sweetly. I'm gonna bow you discreetly. Then I say, hey, I brought you flowers. Then you say, wait a minute, Sally. I think I've got something in my teeth. Could you get it up for me? That's teamwork. Girl, what's your favorite position? No, it's not my favorite, but still I'll do it for you.
Holy shit, that's higher level than what I was expecting.
What?
41. Okay, so I guess I was wrong.
See, told you.
They have bumped it up. But why is it still at gloom?
Bad trainer. Also, why'd you throw Lino out?
Because I thought it would be weaker and it would just be fun to a fight with Lino.
Yeah, no. Oh my god, is it hitting us with Fury Attack?
Yeah.
Bad trainer.
I don't know. The more we run into these bad trainers, the more I think poor programming. Like whoever went through this game didn't really work too hard at it, did they? That's what I think.
Although she's a picnicker, right? So she's like 12.
Yeah, so are we.
Nah. I'm just gonna go ahead and get all this stuff closed down because we're not gonna need that anymore. Wait, what? Don't do that.
Make a noise.
Chime, 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 chime. Shut up, Chime Echo.
27 seals. Oh, let's go get some more seals.
Oh yeah, we never did that. We also didn't do the lottery.
I don't care about the lottery. I mean, I just figured since we're coming down... Oh look, it hasn't done that in a while.
Oh yeah, that's right, it hasn't broken in a while.
Didn't even turn us into ghosts.
Yeah, it's true, actually, yeah. Holy crap, we've actually had a fairly stable night.
Oh man, maybe it's because we didn't say what could go wrong.
Now everything's going to breaking kicks. You jinxed it.
Oh, we got an eye seal.
Eye seal.
Ella Seal D.
Okay.
Song Seal E.
Okay. Still don't have enough to spell out arson, do we?
No.
Ugh, back to Victory Road. That wasn't a total waste of time.
Nope. It did take a while. It wasn't a waste of time.
I was gonna say, you want to go ahead and just heal up and then save and then...
Yeah, we don't want to forget and then go into a battle.
Yeah. Heal up, save, and then just be ready to go. We'll have to do just a little bit more grinding and we'll be there.
Yeah. Alright. So, not a whole lot went wrong this time. Especially since we didn't even say, what could go wrong. Dirk may not be on tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow with all likelihood, unless there's some kind of bunny event that I'm unaware of. Anyway, I've been Nkix.
I've been Dirk.
We will see you later.